the No Fate channel, checking in. And when it comes to home gym equipment fads, it is fast and furious. Literally tons of stuff is thrown into the market to see what sticks. Oftentimes, it ends up being another shake weight that people get gimmicked into buying, only to find that it collects dust and has to get thrown out or given away if someone's willing to take it. However, once in a while, there are things that are game changers to the market. I want to say Peloton and even Tonal are things that have entered the market with not only a lot of instant success, but it looks like they're going to be around for a long, long time, with a lot of other companies trying to mimic them. So that's why on today's episode of Dad's Home Gym, I wanted to review the ritfit Strength Home Box and kind of go into it to see, is it going to be the next big thing for home gym equipment, or is it going to be the next shake weight? But first, if this is your first time to the channel, give this video a like and hit that red subscribe button. On this Dad's Home Gym series, I just review pieces of home gym equipment on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, that hard-earned money. Speaking of your hard-earned money, I need to give a huge thank you to all of you. You have been using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, and I put all that money back into the channel, and that's why I picked up this ritfit Strength Box. I had seen other companies release similar style strength boxes, and what is it? It is essentially an adjustable bench that has a place to store dumbbells and a place to attach bands, as well as store some other stuff on either end of it. And there's even some storage in the middle. And I saw some high-end versions, and we've got the ritfit, which tends to be a bit lower end when it comes to home gym equipment. Ritfit is a company that's really trying to give you a lot of value without actually trying to take you to the cleaners when it comes to price point on some of their equipment. I've reviewed a bunch of their stuff. It is hit or miss, and that's why we do these reviews. So just some quick stats on this Strength Box. It comes in at 90 pounds. It's made out of 14 gauge steel. It is able to hold 1,000 pounds. But really, when it comes to strength boxes, it's not meant to hold 1,000 pounds, because oftentimes, I know you and I, when we're on social media, we see massive dudes named Brandon squatting 700 pounds on their back and deadlifting a tank. But the reality is, when it comes to most home gym goers, they're just weekend warriors. They want to get a quick workout in when they've got some free time between dealing with life, work, and the kids, and they don't have a ton of equipment. They don't want a ton of equipment. And frankly, if they get 2 workouts in a week, that's a good week for them. So I think this Strength Box is really geared towards the majority of home gym users, which is they want to get a few fundamental exercises, some HIIT cardio, some strength training, some burpees. They want a whole bunch of versatility, but they don't want to take up a ton of space, and they frankly don't want to pay through the nose for it. This thing comes in at $429, and I think there's like a No Fate 24/7 coupon code. They do tend to run sales, so you probably could find this under $400. Let's talk delivery. As a spoiled American, I am happy to report that this comes with free shipping. And unlike a lot of other home gym equipment that needs to be assembled, this shows up 100% ready to roll. You just remove the cardboard and you are off to the races. Now, it does have 2 small wheels, allowing you to kind of get this into position. However, once it's in position, it is not meant to be moved around, because of course you're going to load it up with dumbbells, bungee cords, perfect push-ups, kettlebells, slam balls, and the works. So once it's loaded up, you're not going to have the ability or the wherewithal to be able to try to turn this thing or adjust it. Once it's set up, it is set it and forget it. So let's talk about my use of this thing. I will tell you, on a stack of Bibles, I tried to use this thing. I gave it the old college try, and there's so many things that are wrong with this. Number one, the adjustable bench does go all the way up to 70 degrees. Like most bodybuilders, like most people that work out, we want to get close to 90 degrees. Now, I would take 80. I like 85. I would prefer 90, but 70 degrees is far too off from 90 degrees to be considered like for an overhead shoulder press. The other thing, or the other problem with this bench is that it is wide. Now, oftentimes people love their wide pads on their competition benches. No, this thing is too wide. Now, I'm 6'1", 190, and by no means do I have a wide wingspan. However, when I come down on dumbbell bench press, I couldn't go all the way down because the back of my arms were actually hitting the pad. The pad is that wide, and that's going to be an issue for a lot of people doing anything that is going to be benching related. Also, another problem with regards to this strength box, the front pad doesn't rotate up. Now, if you've ever done an incline bench press, you know you need that front pad rotated up in order to not slide off the front end. Speaking of sliding, the pad itself is 2 inches, and frankly, I'm sitting on it now and I've used it. It is a comfortable pad, but it's slippery. It's like those cheap pleather type of adjustable benches, and oftentimes those slippery benches become a bit of a nuisance, mostly when you are trying to bench onto this. Now let's talk about the dumbbell holders, for lack of a better term. This can hold 4 pairs of dumbbells, which is ideally not that bad. If you think about most people, going up to 50 pounds is plenty heavy for them. So you think they could hold the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and 50s, right? You just do 10-pound increments, and you've got a pretty decent home gym with regards to those dumbbells, but this doesn't not come with dumbbells. I did try to load on, and I did actually load on my Rep Fitness dumbbells, which have a straight handle, and I think that the dumbbell holders are made for ergonomic handles, the way that they're angled. So I was able to load on my dumbbells, but they didn't really fit snug or well. The other thing is with regards to the space on the front and the space on the back. You're supposed to be able to load up, your gym equipment in there, like a slam ball or even kettlebells. There's not much space to load much. I was able to get a few kettlebells on the front, and I was able to get a slam ball on the back. And I wish there was, frankly, a little more space to hold what I would assume is people's entire home gym. That is the point, I think, of this strength box. It does have spaces to throw in bungee cords, or to throw in your stretching bands and all the other stuff if you wanted to do some plyometric work with those bands. And that is nice because this does weigh 90 pounds. And once you throw on those dumbbells, it is very, very solid. And now it's time. It is time for Fate of the Union, where I give you my final thoughts on this ritfit strength training box and all the other potential iterations that other companies are going to be throwing out trying to catch people's money. Number one, at $429, I know things are going through the roof in terms of price, but this is just simply overpriced for what they give you. They essentially give you an adjustable bench. That is it, with a place to store some dumbbells. Boom. That's it in a nutshell. And at $429, I don't think this is worth it at all. Reason being is there's no transition. Once you buy this, you're going to be using it, and then you're going to have to get rid of it. There's no incremental transition. Let me give you an example. If you were to spend $400 and buy yourself a really nice adjustable bench, then if you transition and go higher and higher in your home gym lifestyle, that adjustable bench, that really nice $400 adjustable bench, will stick with you and be usable if you get a power rack, if you decide to get into heavier and heavier weights, so on and so forth. That adjustable bench will also come with a much better pad. It'll also be able to go up to 90 degrees. You guys get the idea. It's just that this piece of equipment doesn't work. Even the space in the middle that they have there, I mean, you're going to have to store, maybe you store your bands in there, and it's a small space. You could probably store a little bit of stuff in there, but then it's a pain to kind of put your hand in and get stuff out. I think they had the right intentions, but the price point is too high, and the design of this bench just isn't going to be something that you're going to be using after a year. Frankly, you're going to be giving this thing away in probably 6 months when you realize you're just storing laundry on top of it. Now, do I think people are going to be pulled into buying this ritfit strength training box and all the other iterations that are floating around out there? The unfortunate truth is, yes, marketing today is so good, and while You have subscribed to my channel. You're in the know when it comes to home gym equipment. You are probably the upper echelon of educated when it comes to home gym equipment. So many people haven't lifted before, or they lift occasionally. They don't know what they plan to be using or what will actually work, and they get pulled in by that marketing only to find out after they spend $429 that they still have to get dumbbells and that they really can't bench very well on this thing. Unfortunately, I just think that it's a fad. I think people are going to get pulled in by a lot of the idea of, oh, I've got one spot that has all my gym equipment stored and I can work out in that one spot. It's like a one-stop shopping. It's just not that good, especially when you look at the price point. Now, if you were considering getting a strength training box or you just want to start your home gym, I would highly recommend going with a very good adjustable incline bench. That is something that will last a long time. It's something that you can transition as your workout regimen changes, as well as maybe even the amount of weight you're lifting changes. And frankly, it's going to do everything this strength training box can do without having, some of the extra storage on the front end and the back end. But you're probably going to spend a little less money on that incline adjustable bench. Hopefully you found today's video informative. Any questions, drop them in the comments below. If you came this far, you and I are officially best friends. Make sure you give this video a like, hit that red subscribe button, and use the affiliate links in the description below. I do promise you all of the affiliate money that comes in for this channel, it goes right in to future pieces of equipment to review. Speaking of which, what do you want to see me review in the future? Drop it in the comments below, and I'll try to get my hands on it, whether it's new or even used. I'm constantly searching Facebook Marketplace to try to grab some of the stuff that I need to review at a lower cost. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.